follow, like, subscribe. It's Super Bowl weekend, baby. Let's go.
Your mama.
Disconnect between the head coach and the GM.
Because
and when
nobody
you
sees
have
Howie's vision.
no, Howie's a freaking moron, and there's a reason why.
Howie, you got a moron.
Are you ever gonna let me freaking talk? God damn, bro!
What is up, all about the Birds Nation? Fuck that.
Hey, welcome to the shit show.
Yeah, very much.
What's up?
Wrong program.
What's up, Birds, Beers, and Bullshit Nation? Go ahead.
Let's go. We are Birds, Beers, and BS on the All About the Birds Network. We appreciate everyone for tuning in today's program.
Yes, sir.
It's Super Bowl weekend, baby. Super Bowl Sunday, Super Bowl 56 against the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Rams. We're going to dive into that in just a few moments. We are your typical hosts, Pina, along myself, Eagle Jeff Warner. And look,
Hey,
after 272 regular season games, after 12 postseason games, it all comes down to this.
that's right. That's right. The game that matters. The game that makes legends out of nobodies. I'm telling you, this is going to be an exciting game, man. Real exciting game.
It's going to be really exciting. And it's between two teams. Well, I shouldn't say that no one really expected, but no one had on their radar at least halfway through the season. Look, the Rams had a struggling year.
Yeah.
The Cincinnati Bengals, a lot of people felt were maybe a year or two away from getting to this plateau.
Right.
At this part as they developed Joe Burrow, and they do have their problems. But look,
Hey,
all that matters is these are the last two teams remaining, and it's going to be a hell of a game. So, Peanut,
yeah.
I want to hear from you. I want to know what you're looking forward to, whether it's part of the game, are you the commercial, like what gets you excited when it comes to Super Bowl? I know not everyone is as in depth in the game as some people, but
Me. He's talking about me.
yeah, pretty much.
He's talking about me.
He doesn't fucking watch it.
If my team is on, I'm watching.
yeah, the Eagles, like when the Eagles ran, we watched it,
Yeah.
but otherwise, it's just a drink fest with this fool.
Every day's a drink fest. This fucking show is a drink fest for me. Like,
That's
listen,
true.
what I'm looking forward to is everything. The whole shebang. The parties, the family, the friends, the game. Being a part of history too, because who knows? This could be one of those things, one of those games that we could be talking about 10 years from now, 20 years from now. It could be the catch. It could be that moment in time where it's just perfect that listen, I'm looking forward to the whole shebang. And yeah, I'm drinking. I'm drinking.
Surprised you didn't call off on Monday.
I was going to, but I had to take off Wednesday, so I'm reluctly going to drag myself to work. Probably not going to do much. I'm sorry for all those that work with me watching the show tonight. This hopefully this isn't admissible in like work court or anything, because I'm fucked. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to the shebang. It's a circus, man. From sun up to sundown, they start with commercials and games and look,
Dude, it's a 12-hour preview fest.
yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
As soon as 8 o'clock in the morning hits, put on NFL Network, watched all the preview shows.
Yeah, hey, NFL Network, you can send the checks to Jeff. He just shot you out. Pow. But yeah, what are you looking forward to?
Dude, I'm just looking forward to a little bit of what's the word I'm trying to use, but it's a fresher breath air. A fresher breath air. A breath. Well, dyslexic there. Sorry.
Hey, listen, a breath of fresh air. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah. So, look. This is a Super Bowl that usually this game we're always talking about the familiar names. You're talking about Brady. Mm-hmm. You're talking about Patrick Mahomes. You're talking about Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers. You're always consistently talking about the same names over and over again when it comes to the quarterback position of the guys that you expect to be playing in this game at the end of the season.
Yeah,
it's good to see that we're being able to see Joe Burrow, comeback player of the year in the NFL this year, after tearing up his knee a year ago, the way he's able to bounce back and the criticism that the Cincinnati Bengals got in the offseason for not addressing that offensive line after he tore his knee up and went with Jamar Chase, who then became offensive rookie of the year. So they obviously made the right choice. I'm not saying that offensive line is up the par of what they expect. They played well in the AFC Championship game, but they also got demolished against the Tennessee Titans, and it's going to be a tough challenge for them this Sunday against a dominant Rams offensive line. And then you look at the storyline when it comes to Matthew Stafford, a guy that's been in this league for 13, 14, 15 years, however long it's been. At the bottom, at the barrel bottom, his entire career with the shitty Detroit Lions. A guy that had never, I don't think, ever won a playoff game, or he might have won one, I think the Dallas game. I can't remember. But look, this was a guy that has fought through his entire career, and he's finally gained the respect he deserved because he was on a shitty football team his entire career that they were able to make the trade for him. Detroit gave up on him. He's able to come here, and he was able to help lead this team to a Super Bowl with the likes of Cooper Kupp, who was Offensive Player of the Year.
OBJ.
Well, they got.
Okay.
Well, now they have OBJ. So look, kudos to him, and then for what his wife had to go through, he had to fight with that. The demons that she was with her having cancer, and was able to overcome that. So look, it's a good field story for both sides of the ball. Look, everyone wants to root for the Bengals because of Joe Burrow. He's the up and coming star in the NFL. One of them. Because you look at this,
bunch.
You look at the AFC in general, just the quarterback position. It's completely stacked. You have Mahomes already. You have Justin Herbert, who's an up and coming star. You have Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, who's already a former MVP and Offensive Player of the Year. Look,
Josh Allen.
Woo. The AFC, when it comes to the quarterback play, is phenomenal. It's great to see now that Tom Brady's officially retired.
For now.
You just realize how much time fast forwards and goes as quickly as it does. It feels like when I was in my childhood 10, 15 years ago, we were watching the Peyton Mannings. We were watching the beginning of Ben Roethlisberger. You were watching Donovan McNabb. You were watching Drew Brees. You had all these stars, and now our at least my childhood, when it came to watching these players, they're dwindling away. They're over. You have Aaron Rodgers now. You have Matthew Stafford, and you have that's basically fucking it right now.
Pretty much. So you're going through like your midlife crisis.
Going through my midlife crisis through the NFL quarterback play.
NFL quarterback play. He's going to see, as soon as the show's over, he's going to go upstairs, take a shower, and cry in the mirror. That's what's going to happen.
Probably.
Nah, you're right. The influx of young talent is great. It's exciting to watch. It's exciting to see. And Joe Burrow's he brings a different tint to the quarterback position, that different that Joe Namath bravado, you know what I'm saying? Like,
he's cool, Broadway Joe, cool Joe.
Yeah, cool Joe, Broadway Joe, baby, for sure. But like, all right, so here's a good question. Out of the two quarterbacks that are facing each other, which are kind of polar opposites, right? One's a older veteran that's been in a bad system, and one's a newer quarterback that is in a historically bad team. Who's the better quarterback going head to head on Sunday's matchup?
Look, they both have their strengths. They both have their weaknesses. And it's shown that this year, especially in Matthew Stafford, when he's on, he is on. He can play lights out and he can deliver when needed to be. But when he's struggling, he really struggles bad. And there's times where if he's under duress and he's stressing, he's forcing throws, he makes bad interceptions. Look, he was still a great quarterback this season, and with the influx of weapons that he has at his disposal, he can definitely make the plays that you need. Look, he's a guy.
Well, I mean, the reason why I bring that up is because the Rams have gone to the Super Bowl with Goff before. You know what I mean? Who is a fraction talent wise. I get that, but does that play into it a little bit? Maybe it's the coaching, the scheming, and that defense is phenomenal.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know, man. I think Stafford's a great quarterback, but I think sometimes he gets inflated by what the system he's in.
I don't think he's somewhat inflated. He's still a tremendous quarterback. Was he a top NFL tier quarterback before this season?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Who, Matt Stafford?
He wasn't a top 5 quarterback.
No, not top 5. I thought you said top tier.
I'm saying top tier, like as in that's what I consider top tier. No, I said top tier, but top tier is usually top 5.
Okay,
in my opinion, maybe top 10 you can debate, but
he would be top 10.
I'll say he was top 10 before this. Mm-hmm. I would say now, look, he's the guy that put up almost 4,900 yards, 41 touchdowns, to 17 interceptions, and look, they're a team that can put up points whenever called upon.
Yeah.
Let me look up their stats real quick.
While he's looking up stats, I'm going to do this. I'm telling you, like, I listen, the Rams have been to the Super Bowl before with...
They've been there before, but I feel this is a way better team in a conference that when they went before, the conference still wasn't up to par. It wasn't the class of the NFL. But this is still a team that they were a quarterback player. They were a quarterback away. The Rams had nothing to do with Jared Goff.
So you think this is going to take them over that hump, huh?
Well, with Stafford, I say, look, they're tied for 7th in the NFL with 27.1 points a game. They have 273 passing yards a game, which is 5th in the NFL. Their running game isn't there, but they were also without Gurley for some time.
Yeah.
And their defense still knows how the ball, like you said.
Yeah, that defense is a problem.
Granted, they're giving up about 22 points a game, which is mid-tier of the year or of the pack. But look, this is a team that started rolling on all cylinders when it mattered most towards the late part of the season.
Yeah,
heading into the playoffs, they won. They were on a 3-game losing streak, and then they just picked things up, winning 4 in a row and then 3 of their last 4. So they won 7 of their last 8 games to give them momentum in the playoffs. And the thing is, it's not like they played cupcake teams in the postseason. They played their division rivals, the Arizona Cardinals with Kyler Murray, where they put up a 34 burger on them. Look, the Buccaneers, they had to face on the road, edged up with a 3-point victory, and then they had to go host the San Francisco 49ers in a surprising NFC Championship game to win by 3 there. So this is definitely a team that is deserving to be in the Super Bowl.
Is this one of the best playoffs that you've ever seen?
Playoffs in general have been incredible.
It feels like that, right? It feels like it was one of the best playoffs I've ever watched in my entire life. and hopefully it's the best Super Bowl we've seen in our entire life. At least I'll be drinking and
you're not paying attention
and possibly falling over things, But
it's going to be a tremendous game, and it's really going to come down to there's certain aspects in this game and certain players, and there's a lot of intangibles when it comes to this game. So I want to know from you, Pina, what do you think the difference in this game is going to be? Is it a player? Do you think it's going to come down to coaching? Like, what do you see the difference in the outcome of who's winning this football game without giving away who you think is going to win?
Okay. All right. I think that this is going to sound weird, but based off of just the playoff games that I've seen, I think the difference is going to come up to who has the ball last. I really do. Like, I think it's a cop out. It's super cop out.
I get it.
But the way the offensive unit has been moving throughout the whole playoffs with all these teams, it usually comes down to who has the ball last and turnovers. So that's it. I mean, with these two teams are offensively dangerous. They can score on any play. Whoever has the ball last, whoever gets the turnover, whoever wins the turnover ratio, or whoever has the ball last, that's going to determine the winner.
Well, I'll say it's a major blow for the Los Angeles Rams, as it was announced Friday afternoon that Rams tight end Tyler Higbee will miss the Super Bowl with a knee injury.
He's out.
So a big security blanket, a big-time playmaker from the tight end position with Higbee for the Los Angeles Rams, and Stafford's going to be without one of his weapons. So the rest of the guys are really going to have to step up their game.
Yeah.
And really the difference, I agree with you. These playoffs, the way the NFL is structured now these days, there's no defense anymore.
No, you're right.
There's a lot of time. Yeah, there's times where the defense can make a stop or make a big play and turn over here and there, but you're not seeing a lot of those low-scoring grudge match type of games anymore. Because the way the NFL is built, the quarterback play is so critical, which is why it's going to come down to the quarterback play.
Yeah.
We sort of brought up a little, and it's another cop-out. I apologize. But look.
We sold out.
Look, Joe Burrow and Matthew Stafford, they're the reason why that both of these teams are in the position they are in currently at this moment.
Agreed.
I'm not saying the rest of the players on each roster haven't contributed or the coaching hasn't been there, but these are the quarterback position is the most important position in all sports.
Yeah.
And the fact that these two were able to get things rolling and clicking with their respective teams and lead their teams to where they're at, they deserve all the credit. And that's the one thing. If as an Eagles fan, transitioning to a little bit to about the Eagles,
why not?
Why the quarterback position is so important.
Yes.
As we head into this offseason, probably the most critical offseason in this franchise history of late.
Yes.
Why we need a quarterback and why the team drastically needs to evaluate Jalen Hurts, whether he is guy. I am tired of stopgap or he's good enough or he's a guy that you can have for a year or two and try the transition and try to do what you're doing all over again.
Right.
We don't need that. You saw what the Cincinnati Bengals were able to do. A team that has won a total of 6 games prior to this season over the last 2 years, and they were able to get their star quarterback Joe Burrow and they were able to get their star wide receiver Jamar Chase, and now they're playing for a fucking Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. Amen. You ain't kidding.
So
it brings up some QB.
So Howie, Lurie, scouting, whoever, Sirianni, they need to dive in very deeply this offseason and realize if Jalen's the answer. If not, is Pickett the answer? Is this new dude from Liberty in the Senior Bowl? Is he the answer?
Right.
Willis. Or is it one of those? Or is it one of the free agent or available quarterbacks, veteran quarterbacks that possibly be available?
Russell Wilson, baby.
Especially now that the NFC is so wide open when it comes to the quarterback play.
Yeah.
I sort of disagree before this that they should go in the direction of getting one of the veteran wide or quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Because the reasoning is, do you really feel that this team is ready enough to make that next level and win a Super Bowl?
Right.
Which right now I did not feel with the way the roster is assembled at this moment.
Yeah.
But now with Brady Lee gone, Rodgers, we don't know his status in Green Bay is yet.
He'll be in Houston. Right
now, there's no one. The NFC is wide open when it comes to the quarterback play. Yeah, you have an upcomer with Kyler Murray. Dak Prescott's sort of in his prime, but has he really shown you that he can take the game to the next level? The fact that he had all these weapons at his disposal in Dallas.
Yeah.
And look, you easily could be from a team that was the 7th seed in the playoffs to that can make an immediate impact at the quarterback position, can automatically jump you up quite a bit of slots.
Yeah.
And with the amount of money that they're able to have at their disposal this offseason and the draft picks,
right?
This could be a roster. We could be a similar team like the Los Angeles Rams, where we are a quarterback away from making that next step to in the NFC.
Well, I agree and disagree with you, man.
If they assemble the roster correctly.
Right, we're not a quarterback away.
Not right now.
Okay.
But what I'm saying, with free agency and with addressing needs in the draft, we could be. If we got the quarterback.
True. Yeah. We could be a dynasty too. We can be.
I'm not saying that.
We can be. we could have Hall of Famers all around the board, and we could do this. And listen. There's so many holes, man.
There is, but
many holes.
But the conference is wide open.
What's the main thing that both of these teams, the Cincinnati Bengals and the LA Rams, have in common? They have pretty good defenses.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They have pretty good defenses.
They're better than average.
Right. Right. Better than that. I'll settle for better than average. You know what I'm saying? I'll take that shit.
The Rams are a lot better.
The Rams are a lot better.
The Bengals, on the other hand, they're a defense that they're hot and cold. They can get things rolling and they can make some big plays. And then there's other weeks where they let you down.
Would you rather have the Bengals defense or the Eagles defense?
Well, the fact that the Bengals are in the Super Bowl, I'd rather the fucking Bengals defense.
So what I'm saying is, like, there's look, a quarterback can take you so far. Look at Aaron Rodgers. He's a great quarterback, right? Probably Hall of Famer.
He's definitely a Hall of Famer.
Future Hall of Famer, right? Even he loses games. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't score more than if your defense doesn't stop people, then you know what I mean? Like, so I don't think the draft is necessarily the answer to fix everything. And I don't think free agency is going to fix everything. I think time is going to fix everything.
We don't have time.
We don't have time. And no, do you think we're going to do this shit in one fucking year?
No, and I'm being serious. Like, look, this window of opportunity in the NFC right now, this ain't going to last too much longer.
Right.
With the amount of talent coming out of the draft, there's going to be a lot of turnover and turmoil in other teams. That there's going to be a lot of swapping and trades and guys in new places that are going to take some of these teams to the next level. Right now, all the talent's in the AFC.
That's facts. All
the talent as far as the quarterback play and a lot of the top tier teams is in the AFC right now. The NFC, besides Los Angeles is in the Super Bowl. The Cowboys is always a preseason contender to make the Super Bowl.
They were my pick.
Yeah, I would say if Rodgers stays in Green Bay, they could be a contender. We don't know what they have with Jordan Love, but look, the Saints, they lost their head coach. They lost Sean Payton. He's gone. He retired, quit, whatever the hell he decided to do. They're without they hired a coach. I can't remember who they hired, but
what about Jordan Love? Like,
we all know you don't know what you have with him. He's played like 10 snaps. And no, I'm not I don't want a goddamn Garoppolo.
If we end up with that motherfucker, man, I'm going to be upset.
Exactly.
Man.
There's another team with the 49ers.
Yeah.
Look, Trey Lance, is he the answer? And Russell Wilson might be coming back, but he's a guy that's a mobile quarterback that's had been plagued with injuries over the last couple of seasons.
Yeah, plus he's a simp.
You don't know what type of level quarterback he's going to come back at.
Facts.
So right now, I feel Howie has to go all in right now. Howie has to find a way to build that defense. We need 2 new pass rushers. We need another maybe another defensive tackle. They move on from Fletcher Cox. You definitely need linebackers. You need to figure out that the cornerback or the secondary. So
how do you do all that shit in one season, though?
Money, attraction.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Nick Sirianni. You recruit.
You recruit. You want them to go out and shit?
We're the one of the few teams with 3 first-round picks. They're going to find a way to get as much at their disposal to utilize those picks and them to try to turn them into players. Look, Howie's a fucking genius when it comes to these crazy ass trades he does.
You heard him say it first.
He sometimes he's a moron. He's more of a moron than not.
He didn't mean that, Howie.
But he's a guy that finds ways to get you talent for dirt ass cheap from other teams that are about to get cut. Look at Jay Ajayi, Chris Long. He might have been a free agent. I can't remember. But either way, he's a guy that finds you talent from other teams and finds ways to roles for them here, and they make an impact for the most part.
H. Roseman, baby. Hollywood Howie Hogan, man. But I've been a fan of you forever. It's him. He's the one that.
But this team is not. There's holes. But it's not like they're building from the ground up. It's not like it's a new building that they have to completely restructure. They have, for the most part, they have the offensive line in place.
Right.
You got Devontae Smith, who you hope can be the playmaker you expect him to be when you drafted him in the first round.
He will.
You need another complement to him, obviously, on the opposite side, wide receiver.
So what's the answer to that then?
Free agent.
So what free agent do you want?
Or a trade, whoever the fuck's available.
Gotcha. Okay.
So they're definitely. What I'm trying to get at is don't count out Howie. Don't count out the Eagles this offseason. They're going to be players.
Yeah.
They typically are players almost every single offseason. When you hear teams and players that are possibly going to be available or teams that have interest in certain guys, 9 times out of 10, it's the Philadelphia Eagles, and they're always on the call with these teams to try to get players to make this team better. It might not always work out, but they're definitely always in the conversation.
So why the fuck do you hate Howie so much? You're basically saying he's dope as shit. You just said it.
Because there's certain things he screws up.
Yeah, I know. I get that. But
there's times where he needs to realize to cut the cord earlier than what they need to.
All right,
there's times, especially with talent, where aging. That's the one thing about Joe Banner.
Right.
Joe Banner, he might have been a fucking asshole and a dick, but he was a guy that never allowed talent to get past the age of 30 with a big-ass goddamn contract that strapped you not to be able to improve your team year in and year out. And
that's Dawkins about Joe Banner.
And that's what Howie did last year. Howie put the Eagles in the position by prolonging contracts for the guys like Deshaun Jackson, like Alshon Jeffrey, Fletcher Cox. You have all these contracts that he went pushing down the line, because he kept thinking in his mind that these guys can come in here and contribute and make an impact. And they did it besides that 1 year.
So you're shitting on Howie for his loyalty to the players that he cares about.
This is a fucking business. This is the NFL. If you want fucking loyalty, go get yourself a fucking wife or a dog then.
Woo! You heard it here first. I'm just saying, like, look, he's going to make mistakes, and the mistakes that he made was with his heart, not his numbers.
But no.
He's been doing all right. Yo, H-Dot, what's up?
No, what he did was he rewarded players for past performances. He's like, hey, you help us win a Super Bowl?
Here's your money.
Here's your money.
If you're a player, wouldn't you want to play for a guy that does something like that?
To a certain point, yeah, if you're a player, definitely.
Right.
But as a GM,
I get it.
As a GM, he is ruining his boss's organization by possibly putting them in fucking hell when it comes to trying to rebuilding this roster.
It's not even his boss. Actually, Jeff Lurie cloned himself, and Howie is the actual clone of him. I'm telling you, you know what? I'm glad we brought this shit up because all year long it's been a common theme for everyone to hate on Howie fucking Roseman. Everybody, not me, Howie, not me. I love you, Howie. I love you. Dude, I don't like every movie he makes.
He gave us our one Super Bowl, and I'm
our only.
I am deeply indebted to him because of that. But that was 4 fucking years ago. We're now almost going on 5 years starting next season with us having another Super Bowl. We won it once. We want more. We are craving it. We want to grasp it.
Listen, I get what you're saying.
We got taste of one Super Bowl. Now we want to continue being there. We expected this team to be a dynasty, like you said. We expected this team to be a team that we expect in more than one Super Bowl. We don't want this one and done in another 20 years. Look what happened fucking with Andy and Donovan.
Yeah.
2020 or 2004, you expect them to go back in 2005 with T.O. coming back at full strength? That whole fucking debacle. And then we had to wait another 17 goddamn years for another Super Bowl appearance.
That was Joe Banner. Look. All T.O. wanted was more money.
Fuck T.O. We're not getting this conversation.
You brought it up. Listen, it all goes down to the guy that runs the system, the money. So in that situation, if you're Joe Banner, you give him the money, and that season doesn't have that situation. There's certain things that Howie does that I think we take for granted.
But you set a bad precedent if you give into that demand, especially after 1 year into his contract.
1 year of superior play.
If he didn't, but he was a guy that was coming off a fucking season-ending injury or a major injury.
And he played in the Super Bowl.
He did.
So pay the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Bring that motherfucker back. Come on,
look,
man.
I see both sides. All I'm saying is T.O. didn't have to go the way he did when it came to that situation. He didn't have to go on national television and cry to the national audience that he couldn't feed his family on $7 fucking million a year. That is the one thing I lose a lot of respect to T.O. for doing. If he wanted more money, he should have went to his agent, Drew Rosenhaus, and tell him to talk to the Eagles. Eagles are one of those teams and one of those franchises. They do not listen to the demand and for players to go to the fucking national media and the public to try to weigh the public opinion in their favor and making them look like the bad guy. They do not cave into those circumstances.
Maybe they should sometimes.
Well, if they did, we probably have a fucking Super Bowl before that.
I was gonna say maybe they should have. That was one of those moments they should have just said, you know what, this guy is a star. And mind you, like for a couple years after that, he was still tearing it up. You could have won a couple Super Bowls. You could have swallowed your pride and write the fucking check, Joe Banner.
Well, he went to Dallas and they didn't.
Yeah, no,
So-
you're right, but because they're Dallas.
Pretty much. But look,
Shout out Luke.
it is the final game of the year. We'll have to wait for football it's sad. Look, football is one of my most favorite time of the year, and the fact that it went as quickly as it did, even with the extra game, and now middle of February, we have to wait for football.
Yeah, what the fuck are we gonna do?
Watch those 76ers. By the way, fuck you, Ben Simmons. Hardened for life.
Yeah, buddy.
But look, it all comes down to this. The final game of the year, it is the Cincinnati Bengals against the Los Angeles Rams. It is Joe Burrow versus Matthew Stafford. Both players looking for their first Super Bowl. The Cincinnati Bengals are looking for their first Super Bowl in franchise history.
Look, baby.
It's gonna be a crazy game. So, Peanut, please give me your prediction. Team that you expect winning, score, and your MVP.
I'm gonna go with. You know what? Before I go with who I'm gonna pick, one thing I've learned about history and the NFL is there's certain characters that come up that are remembered for life, even if it's just a season. I'm going with the Cincinnati Bengals, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm going with the Cincinnati Bengals. I think Joe Burrow's he has his aura to him, and I might be wrong, possibly, but I think it's gonna be a shoot 'em out game. I think the first quarter, second quarter is going to be more or less the teams filling each other out. But I think the second half is going to be a shoot 'em down game. So I think the Bengals win 31-28. I think Joe Burrow goes down to history for mooning the entire Super Bowl stadium or whatever weird shit he does. He's just one of those dudes that you want to see win. So 31-28, Cincinnati Bengals, they get their first Super Bowl. You heard it here.
So you have Joe Burrow as the MVP?
Yep.
Look, I'm pulling for Cincinnati. For an organization and a team that we were in a similar situation.
We feel their pain
just a couple of years ago.
We feel y'all pain, Cincinnati.
And at least we've been a contending football team. We have won playoff games year in and year out. Mm-hmm. We're a team that went to the Super Bowl just 17 years ago.
Yeah.
This is a team that hasn't made the Super Bowl in 30 years? I think before I was even born.
Yeah, wait. Cincinnati won a Super Bowl, didn't they?
No, they had never won a Super Bowl. They've gone to a Super Bowl.
I got you. Yeah.
I think they only won one playoff game since 1990.
Damn. You know what? We ride with you, Cincinnati.
I'm pulling for them, and look, I want them because I don't want them to continue to feel that pain. There's lifelong Bengals fans that have long past us that have never been able to see this opportunity.
And there's no LA fans.
Pretty much.
There's no LA fans.
Joe Burrow, how can you not like that guy? Like you said, he's Mr. Joe Cool.
Yeah.
And he's a guy that you there's not a lot of negativity with either one of these teams. There's a lot. Both teams have their characteristics and have the reasons why you can root for them. And I don't know if that makes that Super Bowl boring. I know a lot of people are complaining, like, look, these are two teams like not a lot of people care about. Like you said, there's not a lot of Rams fans.
No.
Bengals fans, have you really met one before they went to the Super Bowl? Probably. I only know a couple offhand that I personally know. But
yeah, Ojo Cinco. Plus, I picked them on Madden too. That was my team. That was my first team I picked was the Cincinnati Bengals.
But
so,
look, I just feel that it's gonna come down to the defensive line play in this game. And I feel Los Angeles is the more dominant offensive line, especially when you have a guy like Aaron Donald, who this time is at full strength. He wants that Super Bowl. He is savoring it. He's drooling at the mouth to hold that Lombardi trophy.
Yeah.
And I feel the fact that the Bengals offensive line, played well against Kansas City. I feel they haven't been able to face a talent and a dominating force like Aaron Donald. And I feel Aaron Donald is going to be the major difference maker in this football game. Oh. And he's going to either cause a major turnover, a big defensive stop. Something's going to happen that he is going to cause some havoc for the Cincinnati Bengals. And unfortunately, I have the Los Angeles Rams winning this football game 24-21 on a last-second field goal. And I have Aaron Donald being the difference maker as my MVP.
Nice.
And look, Stafford gets a ring. Who knows? He might retire this year, but
hopefully
not.
No, he's not going to retire. He gets that ring. He's going to want another. It's like Thanos. Once you get one of those stones, you got to get the other ones with it.
But look, who would have thought that going 55 Super Bowls, we didn't have a team winning the Super Bowl at home, and now we possibly have a chance to have 2 back-to-back?
Yeah, I think that's a little fishy. That's some Illuminati shit right there. Look into that.
Yeah. But look, it's been a hell of a year, hell of a season. I'm sad for it to see it end, but look, just because when it ends now and their season's upon us, that means we can start talking about free agency, the draft, off-season programs, training camp, and it's just a rotating, circling cycle that gets you completely amped up for football once again.
Fucking right. Season 1, baby. We did it. We did the whole season. We missed a couple weeks though.
More than a couple.
Like a month.
But oh well, who fucking cares? But look, it's been a hell of a year, and we appreciate everyone for tuning in. Again, make sure you're following all our social media platforms on the AAT Sports Network on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I think we might be on TikTok now. I don't fucking know. And of course,
we're on TikTok.
Of course, our YouTube channel for all exclusive content. There's a lot of great shows coming on. I know there's a few things in the work that Peanut did not discuss with me, but continue to follow our AAT Sports Network for all those updates and for all our shows. We're going to be having some NFL draft shows on the programs. There's going to be, of course, Chips and Drip. The guys of the Weekly Report are coming up with a bunch of different vault shows. They had Trey Thomas on this past week, Barrett Brooks a couple weeks ago. So look, Johnny's getting the ball, tires turning and the ball rolling, getting some former NFL players to get their input on the Eagles and some stories that they had throughout their careers. So make sure you are checking out the AT Birds in the Vault show throughout the offseason.
And Burning Bridges. That's my shit right there, bro.
Burning Bridges, former NFL player Jeremy Bridges. Of course, we have soccer kicking back up across the pitch with Mike and Dave.
Also,
college basketball. So there's tons of content here on the AT Sports Network, and we need your support. So if you aren't already, look, it's free to sign up on YouTube. It's free to make an account. Just hit subscribe.
Please
give us the thumbs up. Give us some comments. Again, let us know also who you think is winning the Super Bowl. We want to hear from you on who you are pulling for in Sunday's game. So we are your hosts, as always. Peanut, you can follow me on Twitter at PartyDollDave. You can follow me on Twitter at Jeff Warner NFL. And it's been a hell of a season. We'll be back throughout the all off season. So make sure to continue checking for those updates.
Please be my friend. Please.
And again, we'd like to wish our wives a happy Valentine's Day this coming Sunday. So, Jenna, you're stuck with me. Just deal with it.
Whatever he said, no.
It's okay. That's the end of every show here on Birds, Beers, and BS. Drink them if you got them.
Word.
Roses are red, violets are blue. Don't let a wild pube wreck you. Valentine's Day is just around the corner, and our sponsors at Manscaped are here for you with the best tools to get your balls ready for this special occasion. This V-Day, it's time to join the 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped, the leaders in below-the-waist grooming, with our exclusive offer. Go to manscaped.com and use the code AATBirds for 20% off and free shipping. The holidays went by so quickly. Did you remember to take care of your package with the best tools for the job? The Performance Package 4.0 from Manscaped is just the thing every guy needs in their life to make each and every day just a little more special. The number one product in this package is the Lawnmower 4.0. This electric trimmer is designed to trim hair on loose skin. And get this, the trimmer's advanced skin-safe technology reduces cuts and nicks on your delicate balls. It even has a 4000K LED spotlight so you can shave anywhere your heart desires. Did I mention that it's waterproof too? I'd like to propose making February 13th a national holiday as National Shave Your Balls Day. Who's with me? I think this is one holiday that men and women can get behind. This package also includes the Weed Whacker, nose and ear hair trimmer to whack all the worst of your weeds. Manscaped even threw in 2 free gifts, their Shed Travel Bag and Anti-Chafing Boxer Brief to keep your boys stored comfortably. To complete the perfect package for your package are liquid formulations like Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant and Crop Reviver Ball Toner. Start your day off with a deodorant for your boys, and then stay cool all day with toner to keep you feeling your best all day and night. These formulations will also have your balls smelling like a king on the big day. And don't forget to smell good not only around your balls but all over. Made with their signature scent, the Manscaped Refined Cologne will complement your collection with smell perfection. Manscaped created their products for a night just like this and will make your V-Day date say, wow, great set of balls you have there. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code AATBirds at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use the code AATBirds. Join Cupid and shoot your arrow with Manscaped this Valentine's Day. Your balls and lady will thank you.